I've shared the GMB Everywhere Chrome extension here on the channel before, and I know that there are many of you that are using this tool to help you with Google Business Profile. And I want to bring it up again today because they have recently launched a local scan feature, and this is really helpful for being able to analyze a business's competitors and to be able to see opportunities that are going to help you improve a Google Business Profile. So let's take a look at how this tool works. So if you are in Google and you look for a local business, you will now see at the top of the local pack a local scan feature when you have the GMB Everywhere Chrome extension enabled. Now this also works the same when you are in Google Maps. You will also see this local scan feature. So simply clicking on this button, GMB Everywhere is going to go to work and it's going to analyze the top 20 results within the local pack. And it's going to compile all of this information and break down different features of Google Business Profile so that you can see them side by side to help you identify these opportunities for you to be able to rank higher and really see which of these features is going to help you move the needle when it comes to higher rankings. So let's take a look at this. Now, the very first thing that the local scan tool is having us look at is categories. Now, categories are one of the most important ranking factors for Google Business Profile, so this is definitely one that you want to take a look at here. Now, this is particularly good for helping you find some categories, really secondary categories that you may not be ranking for or have added to your profile. So Google Business Profile allows up to 1 primary category, but up to 9 secondary categories. So we can see here that there are 7 unique categories, and we can see the breakdown of the number of categories by the position here and see all of the different categories that they are ranking for. Now you can see a list here of the main categories as well. So if you're seeing, let's say 3 or 4 categories that the majority are using, but you're not ranking for that, you don't have that, that may be one that you want to add in there. Now you can also go over to the services tab. This is going to help you compare the services that you are saying the business offers with what the competitors are offering in terms of services. So you'll be able to see here the ranking position and the number of services. So in position 1 here for pest control within Kansas City, they are ranking number 1 and they have 110 different services that are listed. Hopefully they actually offer those because of course with all of this information, it's not about just ranking. You also want to make sure that this is accurate, and you're really going to want to set up dedicated service pages for these over time as well. But you can see all of these different pages here where you can see like in position 17 here, they don't actually have any services that are listed. So that's definitely not good. But you can see there is a flux here, but you will also be able to see a breakdown of which are the services that are most offered by all of these different businesses. And then if this is a client, you'll want to check, especially for the top services that are up here, does the business that you are working with actually offer these services? And if they do, you'll want to get those added in. Now the next tab is reviews. And again, like the others, this is going to compare the review performance of these top 20 competitors here. And we'll be able to see what the average star rating is. So we can see the average is 4.8. So if we have a business that does not have a lot of reviews, or they have a low rating or quite a bit lower than a 4.8, maybe a 4.0, 4.2, then we're going to want to do some work on the reviews. We can see here that the lowest rating is 4.5. So as I was saying, if it's lower, really going to need to do some work there. And all of these businesses have between 96 reviews and 7,100 reviews. So we can see that there's quite a range there, but as you can see, we just have one outlier that has that 7,100, where the others are kind of in the middle here. But we do see the ones that have the least reviews are not doing quite as well, but you can see there's a big difference between the number 1 rated company here that has 1,500 reviews, 4.9 star rating, versus the second one that has a 4.8 star rating but 7,100 reviews. So what we're really looking for is what is happening across all of these different tabs so that we have a better understanding of what we can do. And it's not always just the one thing that we do really well at that's going to make us rank and take over everybody. It's really a balance of many different things here. Now we can look at the location too. So if we typed in a particular city, so in this case, we were looking at the Phoenix area, how close is each of these businesses located to the actual center of Phoenix compared to their ranking position, because we know that proximity is very important. So we can see the map search and then the location of each of the businesses that are on here. The next tab we have is business hours. And this is very important to make sure that we're accurate. One, because Google is going to make sure that they are showing the businesses that are open before they're showing businesses that are closed for a better user experience. But we also don't want to just say that we're open to be open, because that doesn't lead to a good customer experience. We want to make sure that we are displaying the accurate hours there. But if you do have longer hours or you have holiday hours where you're open, you want to make sure that you are identifying this. So you want to make sure that you do have those hours in here so you can see the range of the hours of when the businesses say that they are open, and you can look at this overall comparison in their ranking there as well. Now we can also look at the attributes tab. Now the attributes are not as much considered an actual ranking factor, but they help provide customer information, and so this can help some customers choose the business over others. So you can also take a look at the different attributes that are offered. The first graph here is going to tell us how many attributes a business has added to their profile based on their actual ranking position here. And then on the right hand side here, we can see a full column that is going to break down what the different attributes are. So if you see, for instance, a lot of them are on-site services, well, we want to make sure that's what we're offering too, where possible. Are there online estimates available? Is there any language assistance? So that might be important depending on the area that the business is located, where we can see 30% of them do offer another language, which may open them up to additional customers that would not otherwise contact them. We have accessibility. Are they wheelchair accessible, for instance? The crowd, does the business identify as veteran owned or woman owned? And so we can see all of these different attributes here. Again, not necessarily for ranking, but making sure that if customers are looking for a business to have a particular attribute before contacting them, before going in, that those are listed on the profile. Now, lastly, we have the miscellaneous section. And this is going to give us some general information here. As you can see, the chart is about the business rank versus the number of profile features that they are using. And hovering over is going to tell you, do they have the website information, the phone number, all that NAP information I talk about, business name, business address, business phone number, do they accept online appointments, and so forth. But we can see all of them have websites. All of them have phone numbers. Only 13 of them, or 65% of them, offer online appointments, and all of them have full addresses. So this is really helpful information to be able to identify a business's competitors, but also to be able to identify opportunities and look for gaps within these profiles so you can see what you should be doing to help improve a business's profile. Now, there are 5 audits that are available to you every month. However, you can sign up for GMB everywhere. And right now they have the biggest discount that I've ever seen, where it's typically $30 per month and it's now only $8 per month, and you get unlimited audits, unlimited category finders, AI tools, a teleport tool, which I've gone into in my full tutorial. But as you can see here, they have all of these different features that are included, and you'd be able to have unlimited access to all of these, get help with being able to write your Google Business Profile post and your Q&A section and all of those things that you need to do to successfully rank a Google Business Profile. So that's something to take advantage of if you think that you would use it more than a handful of times a month. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.